Es macht offensichtlich keinen Unterschied. Also zumindest erstmal nicht. Vielleicht im späteren Verlauf des Spiels wird es einen Unterschied machen. An dieser Stelle hat es erstmal keinen Unterschied gemacht. Er ist quasi bis hier zu diesem Punkt durchgescrollt, ohne dass ich irgendwas gemacht habe. Also spielt es offensichtlich keine Rolle. Also zumindest keine Rolle im Sinne, dass sich irgendwelche Dialoge ändern erstmal. Vielleicht spielt es später eine Rolle. Wir lassen es jetzt mal bei dem Ja sagen. Ich habe keine Lust, es nochmal zu durchlaufen. I was left breathless from weeping and just lay quietly sobbing occasionally. Verzeiht mir, wenn nicht alle meine Aussprache immer ganz perfekt ist. Entschuldigung. Also ich glaube, mein Englisch ist schon nicht so schlecht, aber es ist natürlich auch nicht besonders gut. After a while, I managed to pull myself together. My mind cleared up a bit, as if terror and the fear of death gave me a little break. All in all, if someone wanted to kill me, what is all this for? It doesn't look like an experiment either. If this is just some crazy coincidence, then there's probably no threat. Anyway, for now it seems there's no danger. The panic was gone. Of course, the blood was still pounding in my temples, and my hands were still shaking, but at least I could think clearly now. Right now, there's nothing I can really change anyway. So, no matter how much I think or how mad I get, it would only make things worse. Until some actual facts appear, there's really no point in making guesses. In any case, I won't learn anything by longing about here. This camp, if of course it is really a camp, looked like the only place where people could be, so I decided to go there, and hardly I had reached the gate when a girl came out from behind them. Oh, hello. Wearing a pioneer's uniform. My logic didn't let me down this time. Then again, a pioneer's uniform in the 21st century. And then again, a girl here? I froze, unable to take a step. I felt very much like running away. Running as far as I could from this place, far from this bus, gate, statue, and far from this bloody bird with its theater. Just running, free like the wind, faster and faster, waving to the planets passing by, winking at the galaxies. Running, becoming a pulsar ray, and running into vesicle radiation, running to face the unknown. Run no matter where, as long as it's far away from this place. Meanwhile, the girl came closer and smiled. I could not help but notice her beauty. Even so, I was trembling with fear. Human instinct work independent of consciousness, and while only 5% of the brain is responsible for cognitive process, the remaining 95% are always busy sustaining life, and in particular ensuring stable function of the hormonal system. I desperately wanted to get less complicated and stopped thinking of formal quotes from an encyclopedia, so my thoughts appeared one by one, being stupid, out of place, as if it take from an internal monologue of the hero of some junky softcover crime fiction book. A pretty slaving face, long braids that looked like 2 armfuls of fresh hay, and blue eyes you could draw in. Hi, you must have just arrived. Reply. Yeah. All right then, welcome. She smiled broadly. Strange, it looks as if I had just a normal girl in front of me. Bah, I shouldn't have returned here. The wood and the fields seemed better. But what shall I do next? Try to speak with her as if she was human, or run away, or what? The blood was pumping unbearably in my head, tearing it apart from the inside. A little bit of more, and the poor pioneer girl would be splattered with the gruesome content of my skull. What's so funny about that? The girl looked me over. It sent shiver down my spine, and my knees started to tremble. Nothing. Great then. Great? What's so great about that? Suddenly a thought crossed my mind. To hell with it. Forget about the bus behind me and the fact that it was the winteriest day and summer today. I wanted to rip off my sweater and just accept that all this is actually happening. Everything is as it should be. All this is for the best. Would you happen to know? You should go to our camp leader. She'll tell you everything. Look. You got straight ahead to the square. Then turn left. You'll see several small cabins. She pointed at the gates as if she knew what was behind them. Well, you can ask someone where Olga Dimitrievna's cabin is. Dimitrievna is a patronymic of person's father's name, but by Russians after the person's first name as a sign of respect or formal address. Okay. Got it? Of course I didn't. Well, I've got to go now. The girl waved her hand at me and disappeared through the gates. It seems as if to her I was something ordinary. And all this show, with the bath and the troubles while awake or asleep, was troubling only to me, while everything here is just the way it is supposed to be. Camp leader, pioneer uniform. What are they doing? What are they doing? Historical reenactment here? I hope I won't find Lenin standing at the top armored car in the square. Armored car in the square. But even that would not surprise me right now. After standing along for a while, I headed into the camp. Mere 50 meters ahead, a small one-storied house popped up on the left side. A sign near the door said clubs. I was about to come closer when the door suddenly opened and a short girl wearing a pioneer uniform came out. Her pretty face gave me the impression of one suffering for the fact of the whole of mankind with a truly universal sorrow. As soon as she saw me, the girl froze as if frightened. I froze too, considering what was the best to do, to approach first or wait until she showed some initiative, or maybe run away after all. Also, this last option was constantly being suggested only by my self-preservation instinct. At least that's what I'd like to believe. Not the worst human instinct, but far from the most logical.